Hello students, welcome to the video lecture series on electrical installation, maintenance and testing. In the previous videos, we have discussed the unit number 3, part A and part B, and we are interested for today the unit number 4A, that is called as a condition monitoring. Under this, we will discuss the failure modes of a transformer, condition monitoring of the oil as per IS international standards and IEC International Electrotechnical Commission standards. Then we will discuss the filtration or reconditioning of the insulating oil, condition monitoring of the transformer bushings, on-load tap changer, it is also abbreviated as OLTC, dissolved gas analysis, DGA, degree of polymerization, that is DOP, and induction motor fault diagnostic methods, that is vibrational signature analysis and motor current signature analysis. So this is the 4th A, and 4th B we have divided for the power cable, that is testing of electrical equipment. Under this we will discuss the testing of power cable. So you can ultimately see that we are interested for the transformer and we are interested for the induction motor. So let's go to the today's topic. So unit number 4A is condition monitoring. So you can see that this is a transformer upper side, or you can say top view, and the persons are doing some work on this transformer. So you can imagine the height and length of the particular transformer, and this is a person who is doing his work. Might be he doing the maintenance work? Yes, and that we are interested today. We have discussed that the 100% condition maintenance results into the 0% of breakdown. So it can be any case. If we are considering the electrical case also, so if we are taking care of 100% condition maintenance, we are checking the continuously, or we are monitoring the vibration or the temperature, or you can say current or voltage. It results into the 0% of electrical failure. So it is applicable to the mechanical equipment also. If we are maintaining the things for the mechanical device, so there will be the less chances, or ultimately 0% chances are there, they are getting a failure state. We are interested for the power transformer, and we know that the power transformers are there and there are the distribution transformer also. You can consider, or we have studied that these power transformers we are using inside the substations, and the distribution transformers which we are using near to our home. So that is, might be have seen the H pole structure, and on that H pole there is a transformer is fitted, and that is the function to make the step down of 11 kilovolt to 0.4 kilovolt or 400 volt. We are interested for the power transformer also. So this is the picture, I have taken it from the internet, and this picture represents the structure of the power transformer. So this is a factory condition, you can say. So you can see there are bushings. So this is a 3-phase power transformer. You can see this is a conservator. Yes, this is the, you can say, the base area. Yes, and we are using this transformer inside the switchyard or the substation. This is the power transformer side condition. So this is the factory condition. The company which manufactures this power transformer, and after the manufacturing they are making the test on this power transformer. Then they have to lift that transformer from that factory and they have to fit that transformer inside the substation. So this is the substation area. So you can see the transformer is fitted here like this. So they have made the base, yes, and some parts of this transformer is grounded. We are interested for the first point, the failure modes of a transformer. Generally, we can understood that there are the causes of failure of a transformer like imperfection on the specification, mistake in the selection of the type of insulation can result into the failure of a transformer, not appropriate capacity, lack of attention to the conditions in the place of installation, that is temperature, dangerous gases are there and we are not taking care of these hazardous things. There can be the imperfection on the facilities, the wrong installation is there, wrong capacity and protection range of the lightning rods, switch and relay for protection is wrong. So these are the causes of failure of a transformer. Again, there is a third cause that is called the imperfections on the operation and the maintenance of the equipment. So let's say the external conducting parts are loose and heating up of the same. So it results into the failure of a transformer. The deterioration of the insulating oil, the excessive load or mistakes in the connection of the cable, mistakes in the operation and carelessness in the arrangement of the protection circuits. So that results into the failure of a transformer. Then insufficient inspection of the gaskets and the valves. So gaskets are there and if we are not inspecting them, we are not, you can say, supervising them, then it results into the failure of a transformer. Again, the poor maintenance of the accessories, that is abnormal voltage, poor maintenance of the accessories, again abnormal voltage, then the normal wear and tear and the natural disasters can result into the failures of a transformer. In the next class, we will discuss the types of failures for transformers. Thank you. God bless you all.